Okay, so as a guy with a lot of experience regarding both training methods, which I'm about to cover, I think it would be a fun idea to just weigh up the pros and cons of each training method and just basically explain what you should do. What's the best thing, what's optimal for you to do. Should you do both? Should you do one? Should you do the other? And basically the pros and cons of each. So for example, I'm a guy who used to love, I started out on weightlifting, right? And then I sort of switched to a more weighted calisthenics focus of weightlifting. And then I'd stopped gaining that much strength in my weighted calisthenics. So I switched to a more weightlifting focus. And now I'm back on a bit more of a weighted calisthenics focus. So I've sort of switched between each of these training methods. So the main benefit of doing calisthenics training, which I've found, is that less people do it. I'm talking about weighted calisthenics training, by the way. And obviously, if you can do like body weight pull-ups and dips and stuff like that. But I think personally, I believe that the most effective way to do calisthenics, if you want to gain muscle and gain strength, is 100% weighted calisthenics. Obviously, if you can't do weighted calisthenics, then body weight calisthenics is all you can do, then that's great. But ideally, you want to be adding weight, obviously. And so the real benefit of weighted calisthenics is that not as many people do it, and you can see great gains on it. So it's as simple as that. So weighted pull-ups, if you stick to like a program, which I used to give people programs for weighted pull-ups, but if you stick to a program and just progressively overload your weighted pull-up, then you will gain mass in your back, won't you? And then it's the same with the dip. It's a very simple progression. So that's why I recommended, and I still recommend people to hop on that sort of format. But so after hitting a plus 80 kg weighted dip, I kind of stalled on my progress and I stopped gaining strength in my pull-up and my dip, right? And something I've been doing recently in order to sort of counteract that is, so I realized, right, not that long ago, like maybe, a couple of weeks ago, that I wasn't actually doing enough volume to get the maximum amount of gains. So for example, right, this is what I want you to make sure that you're not doing in your training, right? So I've recommended in the past that you don't do too many sets, and you just, every set is very purposeful, and you might only do like one set for your chest in the workout and then leave the gym, right? But what if you're not seeing results, right? What if you just need to do more volume? So for me, what I did recently is I thought, I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to double my volume. That's what I did. So if I was going to do 2 sets, I did 4 sets, all to, not complete failure, most of them sort of to complete failure, but yeah, high intensity obviously. And if you're doing a high rep range in the big 26, come on. But anyway, something I've been doing is I've been trying to train my traps. Obviously they don't look like that big right now, but just doing shrugs in the gym, it's gonna make a big difference to your traps as well. And who doesn't want big traps as well? And it also, because I was trying to figure out how to grow my neck, but then it's actually just by training your traps that can make a difference in your neck as well. And having bigger traps is just better, isn't it? So if you really want to get bigger, what I would recommend is just making sure, because at the end of the day, right, if you don't work out, you don't make gains. So I've been trying to do more volume recently. And anyway, so that's just an extra tip to put on size, but that's mainly for weightlifting. Let's go over to calisthenics now. And as I've always recommended, I really believe, and still to this day, I still believe that a bonding between calisthenics and weightlifting is the best thing you can possibly do. So use your compounds. Every single guy who's got big, right, he's got super strong on maybe 1 or 2 exercises. And if you choose a weighted dip and weighted pull-up, then that's your whole upper body. I've said this a lot of times before. The point is that you pick exercises and you just get super strong with them. So this is why powerlifters are really big, because they're really strong, right? And if you pick weighted dip and weighted pull-up, then I think that is a great combination. But if you don't want to do that, weights can cover the same thing. So for me anyway, I saw a lot of progress with my calisthenics journey, with my weighted calisthenics journey. I was making progress for pretty much like a good 9 months chunk. I was making a good amount of progress. I got from plus plus 30 even dip to plus 80, and my pull-up also went up a lot as well, from like plus 20 to plus 50, maybe even 60 as well. Getting stronger is really important, but it's just that increasing volume which I've done recently which has made a massive impact to my physique. And at the end of the day, for guys who are sort of the same level, the same sort of genetics as me, like the more they eat, and to a certain extent, I mean, for me, right, I did always kind of believe that the more you eat, like the better, right? But I did actually, and I'll admit to this, so in the winter, I was still on this like mindset, like the more I eat, the stronger I get, the bigger I get. But then all of a sudden I kind of put on a bit of body weight, so I realized I had to sort of cut down, and then I tried cutting down, then I kind of got a little bit smaller maybe, but then now I'm back on that lean muscle gaining approach to weightlifting, which I'm really enjoying at the moment. So, and that's what I've been on when I've been making the most progress anyway. So that pretty much concludes the video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you